Good morning, guys. Good afternoon. Good evening. Whichever one those are. It's probably one of those wherever anybody is at right now. My name is Kendrick. I'm in charge of K Scott Productions. Decided to do a little face-to-face video because I'm a big guy in the car world. As you see, majority of my videos so far do have to do with cars. And there's a topic upon YouTube that came up that was pretty kind of interesting. Especially too since I have actually met this man before and drove in his Hellcat before. And that's Paul Powell. Paul Powell was in charge of a YouTube channel called Family Cruising. He posts a lot of Hellcat videos. He made some, Uber videos that many people go to dive into because it's something different, interesting, reactions off of people, and what kind of car you drive, basically. And recently he was charged with 15 counts of street racing over his YouTube videos. Not for what they've seen him do at the time on a current event. What they are trying to basically get him on is that, the driving, the content that he put out on his YouTube channel, they are trying to use this as evidence to charge him with all those counts of street racing, and then also supposedly one on child endangerment, but I'm not too sure about, what that one is specifically for. I just kind of thought I'd do a quick video just to, talk about it and, throw my thoughts and ideas out there towards Paul. When I first met Paul, he was a great guy. He has a family, he has kids, he has a wife, he's that big teddy bear family man. He never hurt a fly. And for him to be arrested over something that everybody else is doing, that doesn't really make much sense. There's many other guys out here literally posting pure street racing content, and nothing has happened to them yet. But this is where, the whole kind of conspiracy theory comes in. That, people on YouTube are trying to say, well, Paul's Hellcat broke down, and, he tried to blame the dealership, and, they had beef. So then they probably turned him into the police, which caused all this other extra drama. But then also, too, when you look at it 2 weeks later, I think, or so, Tall Guy Car Reviews was also arrested over some harassment, dumb, unliable charges. Not even a charge, just unliable, just accusation, situation. Him and his brother were driving down the highway and they get pulled over and arrested just like that. They weren't doing anything wrong. They weren't, causing endangerment to anyone. They tried to get them on 2 bogus tickets and impound those cars on those tickets, which is, in my opinion, totally unlawful. That makes no sense. So seeing Paul have his issues, then Tall Guy Car Reviews have his issues, it kind of puts up an alert and puts up a radar to, any of the other car YouTubers, such as the ones that I watch, Street Speed 717, or maybe It's Justice 6, or maybe even Not Racing Channel. Because, if police are really taking this route, to me, which is kind of dirty, but taking this route to go to people's YouTube channels to rack up evidence, since they can't catch them on the street, come on now, guys, like, that answers itself. We're going to every level to, bust people and give people more fines, more jail time than a normal person would for something that's immediately harming somebody or genuinely harming somebody. Half these guys, they go out, there's nobody around them, they're safe, they're cautious about what they're doing if they're even street racing. And half these guys, they go to Mexico. I mean, come on now, how the United States can get something involved in Mexico? Can't. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, so they had set Paul's bond to $400,000. $400,000. And I'm pretty sure some of you think, so $400,000 for street racing, but there's guys that get off on rape charges, murder charges, homicide, etc., with bonds way cheaper than that. And the point of it is that they're using stuff from YouTube, which you can't exactly tell how fast he was going. You can't tell where he was at. You don't even have proper backup evidence to support these claims that you're trying to put against Paul, compared to somebody who actually did the action in that situation, such as the things that I just named off. I mean, the evidence is right there in front of you, but they're able to get out of jail easier than what he was able to. That just doesn't make sense at all. So we're gonna go back in. I don't know too much about his Hellcat blowing up and then the dealership and stuff, but you know, from what I've read, from what I've watched, heard, and everything, you know, supposedly, I guess his Hellcat blew up, and Paul decided to blame the dealership on that so he can get a new motor or get a new Hellcat, or it was something like that. And there's a bunch of arguing back and forth, I suppose, and when it came back, you know, he ended up getting his Hellcat and the motor back, but then shortly after that, that's when the police started doing an investigation on him. And then that's when all this blew up. And, you know, Paul was arrested in Plainfield, Illinois, which is no less for me like 15 minutes away from my house. And it's just crazy because the occurrence of events kind of happened so rapidly to, honestly, one YouTuber that nobody would ever thought that would happen to, because, you know, there's YouTubers far worse. Or, you know, I mean, Paul, in my opinion, I've met the guy before. Was in one of his videos, not even too sure if it was posted or not. I didn't really keep up with him like that. You know, we're all part of Illinois Car Enthusiasts, so if you're in that Facebook group, then you already know many things, multiple things get posted throughout the day, all day. And, you know, I don't think that Paul should have been arrested, taken to jail over accusations over YouTube channels, because, you know, it's not cool. I mean, a lot of people make their money off of that, and he used primarily all his money to support his family, to put his wife through college, to support his kids, to, you know, make a living for them. And out of all YouTube guys, why did it have to be him? You know, there's people out there doing more reckless things, more things to worry about, especially in Plainfield. I mean, if you know anything about Plainfield, then you know. But, you know, police really should stop worrying about the more minor things and worry more towards the bigger things, because, you know, this crap is kind of getting old and it's not adding up. And it's like, the system is is already there, but it's slowly even going more and more to being, you know, the kind of system of where, you know, you can do something worse, get less time, or get a lesser repercussion, and you do something minor, and it's like it's the end of the world. You know, that's just totally backwards, and that's just how the world is kind of coming to now. And I feel bad for Paul and his family, because now they have to make up the money. You know, there are rumors about Paul lying, faking, abusing his, you know, GoFundMes, whatever it is. You know, that's his business. I don't know exactly what's going on with all that. You know, there's a YouTuber, I think, RT Hemi Life. RT Hemi, one of the two. Can't remember his name. I'll put the link in the bio down below, probably. If I don't, then probably gonna find it again. But he sits down and he has a talk with Paul about, you know, everything that was going on in his channel, and, you know, a little more personal, up to date, back and forth, you know, information that goes on through that. So, you know, Tall Guy Car Reviews, go check out his channel, because he did get arrested, and you can blatantly see that the cops were just being ignorantly rude and abusing their power. And those are the kind of cops that give a bad name to many other cops and put people on edge, just as it goes with any other crime that happens. And, you know, police are obnoxiously abusing their power right in front of you. Do I think that YouTubers should, you know, watch what they post from now on? Honestly, no. Maybe not. I mean, if they are kind of out there to go get everybody that's doing this crap and, like, you know, posting these videos and trying to use it as evidence against you. Could it be the end of the YouTube car world? Maybe. Do we hope not? Of course not, because the content and some of the stuff that these guys put out are just ridiculous and amazing. It's like you're basically living in another world, and it's crazy to see that some of this stuff even happens, especially when, you may be in a town that there's not much of any of this car activity going on, so you get a more inner look on it. So yeah, guys, I mean, all Paul's videos are private, so there's no point for me to put his link in the bio. I do wish Paul the best. I hope that this whole situation gets cleared up and blown away sooner than later. And, I just hope that the law enforcement stop being on dirt and kind of just, let people do what they're supposed to do and worry about the bigger things in life. Because arresting a family man over counts of YouTube videos that were posted, not for him, blowing down the road in a school zone or something. I mean, what is there to worry about? When you catch them on the street, catch them on the street. That's what I'd say. So, I mean, that's probably going to conclude this video for today, guys. Thank you for watching. May not do more videos like this. May do more. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. For next time, I do have a bunch of videos that will be filmed. Will be coming out within the next month, so stay tuned for those. And, yeah. All right, guys. Have a great night.